What's going on, guys? Snake Eyes here playing some more Dark Souls 2, and this is going to be the first out of 3 viewer requested boss weapon showcases. I normally do one a day, or I try to do one a day, but these requests kind of came in all at once. Some of you guys were patient, some of you were a little less patient, but all in all, know that I was trying my best to hurry up and get these done. I had to go through a ton of the story, mainly rushing it, and I kind of don't like playing like that, but I had to do that so I could get these weapons for you guys. All in all, appreciate your patience. Like I said, some more than others, but either way it goes, we got them. I'm going to do 3. We're going to go ahead and get into this one. The weapon we're going to be showcasing right now is the Chaos Blade. Now, if you don't know how to get the Chaos Blade, all you have to do is beat the Lost Sinner in New Game Plus, or use a bonfire ascetic on the only bonfire that's in Sinner's Rise. Beat her. After that, she drops the Old Witch's Soul. Use that Old Witch's Soul to trade to Ornifex. If you've already used your free soul spending or whatever soul trade with her, it's gonna cost 10,000 souls, and that's how you get the Chaos Blade. And right now I'm gonna go ahead and say it's late for me. I'm kind of tired, so I'm probably going to be slurring my words, talking a little slow, and I apologize for that, but that's what I have to do in order to get these videos up tomorrow, which would be Sunday. So I'm also going to say that I don't have PvP footage of this. I know I said I was going to do it, but the thing is, I had to hurry up and go through the story and get these weapons. I didn't really have time. If I were going to get PvP for all 3 weapons, you're talking at least another week before I'd even upload one of these, let alone all of them. So I'm pretty sure you guys didn't want to wait. I am going to fool around with these weapons later, but that's going to be a separate thing on its own, and that's going to come a little bit later on. But one thing to note about this weapon, we're going to get into the details about this. I am going to compare it to other katanas because I really do like katanas, but we're not going to get into it right now. The base damage on this weapon is 106, which is pretty average for, it's about average for the katanas. Some katanas are a little bit lower than that, others are a little bit higher. This one meets right around the middle, which is not too bad. The weight on it is 6 pounds, which again is around average. Some are obviously lighter, some are heavier. Most of the katanas are heavier. The only one lighter that I know of right now is the Uchigatana, which is only 5, but 6 pounds is not too bad. The durability on this is above average. It has 50 durability, which it's still bad, but with katanas that's to be expected. And if you usually use katanas, you learn to appreciate the fact that this actually has 50 durability when others have 40 and some even have 20. I'm looking at you, washing pole, you have 20, but we're going to get into the washing pole later. I'm going to do my own weapon showcase on that, but like I said, we're not focusing on that. I'm going to go into the description of this weapon. I actually unequipped it. I'm going to go into the description of this weapon because this is something that you guys need to know. I'm not going to read it all. I am going to read the effect. Attacks also damage player. So every time you land a hit on this weapon, using this weapon, or not on this weapon, but you know what I mean. Every time you land a hit when you use this weapon, you're going to be damaging yourself just a little bit. Now, from the first Dark Souls, it only took off a little chip of your health every single time you hit something. But in PvP, you never know. That could be the game changer right there. Little chips here and there, one strong attack from the opponent, that could probably end you. And those little chips that added up to a chunk of your health probably could have saved your life. So that's something to take into consideration. I definitely don't recommend this for PvE because if you think about it, all the enemies you go and killing before you get to the next bonfire, imagine how many times you're going to have to heal unnecessarily just to use this weapon. So that's something to consider. The requirements for this weapon are not too bad, coming in at 12 strength and 25 dexterity. It does get a B scaling in dexterity, which to be honest isn't the greatest, but it could be worse, I suppose. Considering and comparing it to the Black Steel Katana, which also requires 25 dexterity, it gets an S scaling after you upgrade it from +3. It starts off with an A. That's what kind of brings the Chaos Blade a couple tiers down for me, because even though this may upgrade from B to an A, It requires material that's a little harder to come by. I'm pretty sure it requires petrified dragon bones, while this one only requires titanite shards. And after you get to a certain point in the game, you can get unlimited titanite shards and large titanite shards, and by that time you're accessible to farming for titanite chunks. And by then you'll also have 1 or 2 slabs. So comparing it side by side with the black steel katana, it's not the greatest, because the material that's required to upgrade this weapon is a little harder to come by, and you may want to dump that into another weapon before you want to do it in this one. So I'm going to go ahead and go into the moveset on this. It's actually pretty standard. The only thing that's different about this moveset is the two-handed strong attacks, which I'm going to get into right now. But that was the two-handed R1 mash. This is the same thing, but just with one-handed. The running attacks for the one-handed and two-handed are both thrusting, while the backstepping are also thrusting as well. I really do like the thrusting moveset on this weapon, but all katanas have it, so like I said, something to really consider. This is more of a show weapon, because that's pretty much what I get out of it. I really don't see it as practical use. But we're going to go ahead and actually go into the two-handed, which is a little unique because I haven't seen it, but as far as practicality, I'm not too sure. So he starts off with a side swipe and then an overhead downward slash. I really like it, but there's not a follow-up after that second one. I keep mashing R2, hoping that there would be a follow-up, but there's not. After those 2 hits, that's pretty much it. I really can't think of nothing else. I guess I could do the shield bash and the jumping attack, but there's always the same. I figure I might as well show it since I'm already doing it. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and compare it this time with the other katanas. One thing to note is the reach on this weapon. It has above average reach. The only weapon that can compare to it is the Uchigatana, and obviously the washing pole outclasses both of them. But as far as weight, durability, you know, scaling, base attack, and all that, the only weapon that can come close is the Uchigatana. And like I said, obviously the washing pole is its own, you know, monster right here. Compared to, I'm going to show you guys right now with the black steel katana and the manslayer. That's the manslayer. This is the chaos blade. As soon as I can get it right, the chaos blade is right here. I'm going to go ahead and show the black steel katana. You can see it's pretty short, and the manslayer, it really, you know, it's the same deal really. It's not the greatest, but what kind of kills it for me is the fact that this weapon right here is it chips away at your health, and that just kills it. It really sucks that that's the effect. That was the effect on Dark Souls, but I didn't use it on Dark Souls neither, so it kind of sucks that we have a katana, and as cool looking as it is and as unique as it is, it's pretty much useless in my opinion. You can try it out for yourself and see exactly what you think, but you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and put out most of the katanas that I have. There is one more that I do need to get, and I actually know where it's at. I'm gonna go get it pretty soon. But as you can see, I upgrade all of my katanas because I really like them, and this weapon unfortunately is probably gonna go unupgraded because it's just really not doing it for me. I know that's a little negative, but again, like I said, you guys can pick it up, try it for yourself, and make the decision after that. But that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It kind of sucks because I really do like katanas, and I was a little negative towards the end, but understand that my opinion on this is based off of something that, like I said, I really like. But that's gonna wrap it up. Stay tuned for part 2 and 3, I guess, if you want to call it, for the weapon showcases, the boss weapon showcases. Like I said, I'm gonna wrap it up. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, take care.